say thank you very much for all your lot of things you give us, Marcel. So it's nothing special. Just we are sad, but also we want to, before you leave us, we want to give you happy. That's all. Yeah, it means we want to pray for the good thing. Yeah, peace. All the best for Saint Marcel. Okay. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, amigos and Freunde der Sonne. This is Marcel, back with a new video, and this is going to be my farewell video from Zanzibar. My official farewell video in which I will share with you my experiences on this island for the past 8 months. I felt I want to do this because I was not just a tourist, but I worked here, I lived here with the local people, with the Zanzibarian people. And as some of you know, I'm a chef. I also worked here as a chef at a 5-star hotel for one of the biggest tourism companies in the world. And yeah, as some of you know, I worked in many countries. So Tanzania / Zanzibar marked my 14th country during my career as a chef. And that includes 5 continents. So that's a lot, and I want to stick to my tradition and share my experiences working here in this country. I have another YouTube channel which is more about personal development and cooking and all these kind of things, and I posted all the other videos on that channel. So if you like to watch the other videos of my previous experience in Indonesia or in Vietnam, Hong Kong, China, America, Switzerland, New Zealand, then you can check out these videos on this other channel. So today is going to be my resume, my pro and con. Was it worth it? Am I disappointed? Were my expectations fulfilled or not fulfilled? And this kind of thing. So it's going to be a very personal video, of course. I don't know how long it will take. You know, I like to talk a lot and time is flying when I'm talking, you know, but I try to be as concise and precise as possible and to also give you some information. I have some notes here, of course, in case I miss something. Yeah, as I mentioned, I worked in a 5-star hotel here, not far from here. By the way, I'm back at my favorite spot here, the staircase. You know, today is Sunday. This is the place I love to go on Sundays during my off day. And because here's nobody is here. This is really one of the big pluses here in Zanzibar. But I will come to this later. One of the big pluses here, if you are a guy or a girl, man or woman or whatever, and you love solitude, then Zanzibar is the best place to find that. Yeah, and this is what why I like to come here to that place, because I also can record my videos in privacy. Nobody's here, you know. I don't feel disturbed. Well, Zanzibar, I think for many people it is. I think many people don't even know where Zanzibar is. For the travelers among us, of course, you know, the digital nomads and the people who have travel channels and stuff, you know, they are well-traveled people. They know where Zanzibar is, definitely. But honestly, I was well-traveled before. 5 continents, 14 different countries. And these are only the countries I worked, really, like for 1 year or 2 years, you know. Of course, I traveled to many more countries. But I might have heard of Zanzibar before, but to be honest, I had to look it up on the map 2 years ago when I was recommended to travel here. But yeah, I think with Zanzibar, many people connect a tropical destination somehow, I don't know, a mysterious place, but definitely a lot of associations will start to ring in your mind when when you dream or think of Zanzibar. Yeah, also the name already sounds a little bit, yeah, I don't know, fantastical, I don't know how to say. And I try to look into the camera, but you know, the view of the Indian Ocean is so attractive that I'm also tending to look away and enjoy the view onto the sea. By the way, they forecasted rain, so I hope I can finish this video on time. Otherwise, I have a plan B. There's a small shelter down there, so I might change positions if it really starts to rain. Yeah, it was actually winning the lottery to get this job here. I was on vacation last year here in Zanzibar, first time. It was recommended to me, so I traveled here because, you know, I could enjoy freedom here. There was no Corona stuff and things like that. No mandates, no restrictions or anything. So that was the reason I came to Zanzibar. Yeah, and it was true. I enjoyed my life. I enjoyed my freedom here. And I stayed for 1 month, but after 1 month, I was kind of, I was through with this island somehow. I also made another video, by the way, my pro and con video from last year. You can check this out. And it was all good and nice, but I was ready to go on. What I mentioned also in this previous video from last year, that Zanzibar definitely reminds me of Southeast Asia. You know, guys, I'm a big Southeast Asian fan. This is where my heart is, you know. And everything reminds me of Southeast Asia. Of course, the nature, the weather and everything, but something is missing, and it's definitely the people, you know. And the culture in Southeast Asia. Of course, this is not here because this is Africa. So I left Zanzibar last year with a positive feeling, but it was not my intention to return back. But a few weeks later, I received a job offer here, and then of course I said, better Zanzibar than Europe, right? Because who wanted to stay in Europe at the time anyway, last year, with all this madness going on? So I didn't need to think long, so I took the job here, and I arrived last year September, and up until now. Yeah, what I mentioned already, the weather, the tropical location is something which attracted me, of course, to come here. It is my first, it was my first job in Africa. Yeah, so this is something new for me also, this African experience. Many people in my business, in my industry, they say it's going to be very difficult to work in Africa because of the culture and the people. They call it hardship countries. And I tried to apply many times in Africa before, during the past years. I remember I sent many applications, but I never managed to land a job. Mostly probably also because of my lack of African experience, because when they post these job openings, you know, when they're looking for a chef or somebody, then they always include the following two things. Number one, must have previous African experience, and at least that one. Yeah, and sometimes island experience, like here in Zanzibar, because it's an island. But I didn't have African experience. But long story short, I managed to land this job last year. I was happy, I was excited, and but I also underestimated the hardship location here in Zanzibar in Africa. Some people even say Zanzibar is one of the toughest places to work. I don't know, because I never worked in other African countries. Definitely what I can tell you about the place in Zanzibar is that I always felt very, very safe here. The people are very nice, very lovely people. And this is also what other African travelers say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you can let me know, but I know from other African travelers who traveled other countries on the continent here, that they said and confirmed that Tanzania is one of the, if not the most, it's that country where they feel safest, you know, with also the friendliest people. I don't know if this is true, because like I say, I just came here, but I can confirm this. Tanzania, or particularly Zanzibar, is a very, very safe place. The people are very, very friendly, welcoming, very welcoming people, very lovely people, not aggressive at all, very peaceful, Hakuna Matata, you know, like no problem, pole pole, easygoing, laid back, you know. This is what you will experience here when you come to Zanzibar. Though this laid back pole pole, as they say here in Swahili, this pole pole / laid back attitude can be a tremendous obstacle if you work here with these people together. That was definitely the case, and that is what I was struggling with. Yeah. And this is what, which comes back to hardship. You know, when people talk about hardship countries, they always keep in mind, they always have in mind the poor economic conditions, the poor social conditions, or political conditions. I mean, we can talk about it. Zanzibar is one of the most corrupt places in Africa, probably. It's just like it is. This is even what many other local people confirm. I talk to my staff, of course, my colleagues, and they say the same thing. So it's not that I'm the white guy is coming here having a big mouth and bad mouthing Zanzibar. No, it is just like it is. And this is a pity, and actually very bad for the country and its people, because they are suffering big. But I don't want to go into politics here. Talking about hardship, yes, when you work here with these local people, then you also feel the hardship for yourself. For me, I felt the hardship because it was very difficult. I personally was struggling with the mentality of the people. I'm talking about the work ethic, the mentality, and other things. But I'm also mature and aware enough that I understand that that has something to do with many different things come together. Definitely the history of Africa, the special history of this place, the culture, many things come together. So would I recommend to come to work and live in Zanzibar if you ever manage to get a job? Definitely yes, because you should try it out for yourself, and everybody is a different personality. I can just share my experience with you. I also have my own personality, you know. I am a rather impatient guy. I have also high expectation, not only onto myself, but also onto my team and my work. I'm a chef. I was running a 250 room hotel, which could host 500 guests, and we had 3 restaurants, and it's a busy place. So to run a professional kitchen, you have to be very organized, and you have to have high standards and these kind of things. You know, running a kitchen is not a walk in the park. It's not a piece of cake. So I'm coming from Europe. You know, I was trained in Europe and then worked all over the world, and 10 years in Asia. Even Asia was also tough sometimes. So that's why I thought, okay, Africa, not a big deal. I worked in Asia before. I lived in the jungle. I worked in the jungle of Malaysia for 3 years, and I dealt with these people over there, and I got along, and we managed and everything. So I will manage here, but I learned my lesson also, and now I understand why they call it hardship. Yeah, it is a different thing here in Africa. You have to be aware of this. Let me share this with you. So take this into consideration. Of course, like I said, I have my own personality. Everybody's a little bit different. So if you are a more laid-back, easygoing guy or girl, and you have a great deal of patience, then probably this place is better for you to work. You have to have a great deal of patience with these people here. Yeah, this is what I learned, but also this is what I was struggling with. You know, because I am just how I am. Also, you know, I have my standards, I have my expectations. So that was a big lesson for me here also, you know, because I somehow reached my limits also. And that's the reason actually also why I'm leaving this place. Not because I don't like the sunshine or the weather. It is just at the end of the day, I reached my limitations, I reached my limits with my job, and I decided after careful consideration to leave this job here. Yeah, many things also came together or influenced my decision. It was not an easy decision, I can tell you, because many of you or some of you might say, "Are you crazy, Marcel? Are you crazy? You said yourself that getting this job here was like winning the lottery," and I still confirm this. It was like winning the lottery. Like with so many other times I managed jobs in Hong Kong or in San Diego in California. It was like winning the lottery. Why do I still resign from here? Part of it is I reached my limitations, which let's say the working environment here, but also other parts played a role, like yeah, I'm not so keen on working in this profession any longer so much, and also since Southeast Asia has opened up now, as you know, my heart is there. I will move back to Asia pretty soon. So yeah, that was a big lesson I learned. So coming here as a tourist is really one thing, but living and working here is a complete other thing. This is what my boss told me during my job interview last year. Before I came here, of course I had a job interview, and I also told him very proudly, you know, I went to Zanzibar, I know the people, I know everything. He said, "Hey, wait, slow down, Marcel, you know, coming on vacation is a complete different thing than working here." And I said, yeah, no problem, you know. That's what I thought. And now I learned my lesson. You know, I tried very hard, but at the end of the day, I really decided to leave. Sometimes I'm still thinking, was it the right decision, yes or no? Who knows? I will find out sooner or later. It was really not an easy decision, I can tell you. Yeah, it was not easy. So anyway, but I had and I wanted to make a decision, and I was thinking more than 1 month about this. So would I recommend you to come here to find a job? Yes, definitely. Yeah. Still, our farewell, or my farewell with my team, was very emotional, and this is also what I was not expecting. So also here my expectations were disappointed, as you might say, because it was very, very emotional. I did not know that so many of these local folks, my colleagues, my teammates, which all are from Zanzibar, by the way, they're all local Zanzibar, or some are from Zanzibar, and the rest is from the mainland, from Tanzania, from Arusha, from Dar es Salaam, Tanga, all over the place. But 100% of my stuff was from Africa, from Tanzania. And this is also what I learned during my farewell a few days ago, that how emotional these people were, because now I'm leaving, and I did not know that how to say this, how to describe this, that I took somehow so much space up in their hearts. That's what they told me, you know, and I was not aware of this, because, you know, when you work here, also as a chef in the kitchen, it is not just like a walk in the park every day. You have arguments sometimes, you have to be strict with the people, you have to be very strict. You need law and order, you need discipline, you need organization, and sometimes I felt I was too tough with these people sometimes, because I had to somehow, but I always tried to be very fair, like I always did with my kitchen teams around the world, you know. But I did not expect that they cling so much to me, or, you know, clinging so much. And how do I know that? Because they told me. In personal talks we had after I came out with my decision, and they were very sad, and they were very disappointed and sad, and also shocked, and I didn't know why. And they asked me, why do you leave, chef, and what is happening? And I didn't want to bother them with my whole explanation, so I just said I will move to some other place. But of course, most of them were confused, and this, you know, I get goosebumps when I'm talking about it now, because actually that means a lot to me. I really did not expect that I make such an impact on these people, and they take it so to their heart, you know. But on the other side, I can understand it somehow, because you have to put yourself in these people's shoes, you know, because when is, how to say this, I mean, I'm from Germany, I'm a German chef, so when do these people ever have the opportunity to work with a foreigner? It's not so often, not here in Africa or in Zanzibar. Yeah, we have many tourists here from Europe and from Germany. You know, these local people, my team members, they're used to work. They're used to see these people, and you know, but they're only tourists. You know, they come and go. They come, they stay 2 weeks, then they leave. You have a nice chit chat with them. They give some tip. That's it. Bye bye. And then the next tourists are coming. So you cannot really build a relationship. You know, that's actually not normal. And yeah, so this is, I think, a great opportunity for these local people. And then you have somebody coming from a foreign country and is working here, and then I think they see it also as a great opportunity, you know. And this is maybe one reason why some of them are very sad that I'm leaving. This is just what I can assume. But anyway, I will stay in touch, and you know, the good thing is, I mean, a farewell is always, I always say, if a farewell is not emotional, then it's not a farewell. And this farewell, I must tell you, was one of the most emotional farewells I've ever experienced during my almost 30-year career all over the world. And this is also what I have not expected, right? So, yeah, we might be out of the sight, but not out of the mind. And the good thing is, I have a lot of friends here and colleagues, you know. Whenever I come back to Zanzibar, I know I have a bunch of friends and people who are welcoming me. And this means more than money, you know. And I have this in many countries around the world. I have a bunch of friends, many people, I have a great network. So wherever I travel, it feels like coming home. So this is the good news, you know. Yes, I leave this place, and maybe some of these people really feel I leave them behind, because this is what I got, you know, when they talk to me, like, but you know, I don't want to feel guilty or anything. It's not about that, but somehow they communicated it in this way that. But anyway. So this is just this is what I wanted to share with you also, that when you come here and you have a very good relationship with these local people, I tell you, they will be friends forever, because they are very loyal people, you know, very, very warm-hearted and welcoming people. They cannot do any harm to anybody here, seriously. So let's go to my pro and cons. I covered already a little bit. Pro Zanzibar, why should you come here, either as a tourist or even to look for a job or to work here, is definitely the location and the weather. Only today it looks like rain, and it looks like it might even start very soon, but I think we are still in the rainy season. Overall, it's a tropical location. You have sunshine all around the year. You have beautiful beaches, and the best thing here in Zanzibar is really you have a lot of beaches which are completely deserted. You know, this is unbelievable. So, like I said, if you love solitude, if you want to be just by yourself, like me, I came out 6 a.m. in the morning and the beach was empty. You know, this beach is like, I don't know how many miles long, like 10 miles. There's nobody there. It's unbelievable. It's like you're on a different planet. So the other thing, definitely what brought me here was the freedom, or is the freedom, you know. I can be a human being here. I can be free. I can do what I want, you know. I don't need to walk around with a face mask, or I don't need to be vaccinated to be here. These were also all reasons what made me decide to come to Zanzibar. There was no corona madness or anything, you know. I'm not a big fan of these corona restrictions. I'm not a big fan at all. And I completely resist all this. And here there was nothing. I was free. I had nothing to do with these mandates and restrictions. I only followed it up in the news from time to time. I was so happy to be here, because here is, or still today is, a normal life. Yeah. This is a little bit, and this is what I will definitely miss, you know. And I know I travel to other places. There are still mandates and restrictions in place, unfortunately. But I wanna see how it's going over there. This is what I definitely will miss here in Zanzibar: the freedom. Yeah. The island itself is rather underdeveloped. It's not like in Bali or in the Philippines even, or in other Southeast Asian destinations. There's plenty of things to develop here. This is a good thing and a bad thing. Actually, you should not develop so many hotels here, because everything is still really very natural, like it looked like thousands of years ago, you know. So I don't know what the government wants to do. The biggest city here is Stone Town, which has great potential. I have made videos, you can check them out, from last year. I don't want to talk too much about Stone Town. Great, cute little city which has great potential, but unfortunately, due to the corruption on this island, nobody really takes care and makes it more attractive for tourists. The contra on my list is definitely the poverty and the infrastructure. So this is one thing which still keeps me kind of away from permanently settling here. Yeah, because I started to think, of course, where could I settle permanently? I'm now coming into this age, you know, where I start to think about it. And of course I started to think about how it would be to settle down here permanently. But there is still, for my standards and expectation, a few things missing. Yes, you have internet here, you have Wi-Fi, this is all working fine. You have hotels, okay, but I don't know about the other accommodations, if there is proper accommodation here for Western guys and girls. I don't think so. I mean, everybody has a different expectation and standard, but I need kind of my air-conditioned room and these kind of things. And logistics and infrastructure still need to be developed here. This is one thing I still miss. Yeah, so that was that regarding the cons. It's really the infrastructure. So because Zanzibar is underdeveloped, it's third world, you know, and the poverty. The poverty makes many people here desperate, and you can feel that when you walk down the streets in Stone Town or on the beaches, you know. You cannot help it. It is just like it is. And if you can get along with it, then you're free and welcome to come here. But for me, it's not a big problem, but you know, when you're getting approached every other second, literally, to buy something or to do this or to give some money, then I also didn't feel comfortable, you know. And I always felt kind of a little bit uncomfortable, because being this guy here earning a relatively, compared to the local salary, a relatively good salary, I have to be very honest, I always felt not guilty in a way, but there is some strange feeling comes with it, you know. Because you get all these benefits here from my company. I get my apartment, I get my salary, I get food and drink for free, I get transportation for free, my laundry for free. And then I have my team members, you know, I work with them every day. We are together, they are my colleagues, you know, it's like a family. And I know how they live. I know how they struggle. I know how much money they earn, or how little money they earn, and how they struggle to survive, and these kind of things that kind of bothered me the entire time I was here. It was not the case so much when I was in Southeast Asia, because in Southeast Asia you have somehow a proper infrastructure. You cannot compare Southeast Asia to this place. And this always made me somehow feel bad a little bit, and also sorry for these people. I felt very sorry for them. Not that I felt guilty because I earn so much money and they don't. So, but these are the kind of things you have to deal with when you're here, when you see that poverty. This is what I mean. I've seen poor places. I lived in the Philippines. I lived in Indonesia. But here, this is another. It's just another story. It's a completely different thing. So that made me a little bit uncomfortable. Even my colleagues never were like jealous or gave me the feeling that they are jealous or something, or envious. Anyway, so this is just the thing you have to deal with here. But this is rather a personal thing, how I reconcile this with me. Maybe other people, they just have no problems with it, they just walk around, behave like they want, and then they're happy with it. But when you are constantly in touch with the local people here, and and learn about their worries and problems, and see how they live, and their accommodation and the food they eat, and oh my God, I can tell you, this touches you. It touched also me. And then you start really to question everything in some way. Where do I come from? It's not that I ask this question, do I deserve it or not? It's not about that, but really you start, on the other side, it's a good thing also that you start questioning things, I think it should be like that, because I cannot just go back or to the next place and just close this chapter without having changed me in my perspective also. That's why I'm traveling a lot. I want to change my personality. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to change also my perspectives, And this experience here in Zanzibar the last 8 months deepened my ability to take different perspectives, or even to take a broader or a bird's eye view on things. And this is what I'm after at the end of the day. This is the bottom line. All the traveling I'm doing to grow myself, like I say, and to learn and to meet new people and see, So in one way it was also very emotional for me to be here. To learn about these people, how they live, and when you see that, it's not nice actually, But on the other side, you see they come to work every day, and they work very hard. They're really hard. They're very hard, really very hard-working people, and yet with their own limitations. We all have our own limitations. I have my limitations. These people have their limitations, and other people have their limitations. So at the end of the day, it didn't really fit. But so that's what I learned. This is what I wanted to share with you in this video. There's nothing more to say at the moment. I will keep it now as it is. So it was not so much a travel video summary, what are the best beaches in Zanzibar, or what is the best food. There are tons of other videos out there. You can check this out. Because I didn't want to make this kind of video because it's just too superficial. When you live here in Zanzibar, then it's not about the food and the beaches anymore. It's more about the people, the experience, and also what do you learn here and how does it shape your own personality. This is what I can tell you. Just coming, I'm not interested to come as a tourist, have a good time lying at the beach, having some bloody cocktails and some barbecue, and then take some pictures, post them on Instagram, and then fly back. That's not what I'm after. So therefore this content of this video was more really a personal a summary of my experiences here, how I see the whole thing. Again, overall it was a very touching, moving, emotional experience. And let's see what will happen when I really take off from that island. Because I was here now for 8 months without a pause, without an interruption. I did not fly to any other countries. And that experience here most likely has influenced me more than I know am aware of, you know. I will see that when I fly back to Europe first. I might have experienced a small culture shock, you know. And maybe I start to miss this place more than I actually like, you know. There will be something coming, I know for sure. Because right now I'm still immersed in this environment. I'm so used to I'm not talking about the climate, you know, of course I'm used to the climate, I like it. But I'm immersed in this culture, I'm immersed to this environment here with the people, how they live, you know. For me everything is normal here. When I go to Stone Town and I drive down the road and I see all these people, how they live in these barracks or squad areas, or I don't know how you call this in English, it doesn't bother me anymore, because this is normal, I see it every day, so this is how they live, and these people have seemingly no problems to live that way. And this is what I mean, you know. Because I remember when I came here the first time, I was not really shocked, because many things reminded me of the Philippines, for example, here, but still it's a different story here. So this is what I mean, you know. Let's see how I will adjust myself after I really left this island, and let's see how much I don't know how much I will miss this place. I will let you know. So without further ado, I'm checking out for today. Thanks for this. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks also for all of you who accompanied me during the past 8 months. Thanks for your comments during the past videos. This is officially my goodbye video from Zanzibar. I don't think there's not much more to mention. And yeah, if you have questions, let me know. If you want to know more about certain details or aspects about the life in Zanzibar, ask me. If you want to know about the food in Zanzibar, ask me, okay? The food, by the way, is very nice. You know, it's African food, but the Swahili food here in Zanzibar is kind of mixed. You know, you have Indian influences and other stuff. It's very interesting. If you want to know about the people, just hit me with your questions, you know, anything you want to know, I'm happy to answer. And yes, so the next video, where will it be shot at? I don't know yet. I actually know, but I will keep it a secret. So you have to keep following me, you know. I will not ask you to subscribe. I don't do this anymore. I don't ask you to like my videos. That's all nonsense, I think. So just stick around if you're interested, and I also can promise you that for the future, for my next chapter as I call it, it's gonna be very interesting, you know. I will be much more on YouTube in the future, yeah, that's my plan. Here in Zanzibar I took it very easy, pole. And I also was working, by the way, full-time, hardcore, you know. So now I go into my well-deserved sabbatical. And I will be in touch with you, so don't run away, stick around, and I'll see you then. Until then, yeah, take care, bye-bye, have a good time, and stay healthy and safe. Bye-bye.